Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahāraja's message is your advantage. The following is a Śrī Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapatākā Swami Mahārāja on July 13th, 2022 in Śrī Mayapur, India.
Pangong Langayate Giri
Shri
Guru Grihatarinam
Parananda Madhavam
Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Śrī Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Falashruti, the result of hearing about the second meeting of Rūpa Gosvāmī and Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, Part 2. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.210.
হরিদাসের শ্রীরূপ সৌভাগ্য প্রশংসা। হরিদাস কহে তোমার ভাগ্যের নাহি সীমা, যেসব বর্ণিলা ইহার কে জানে মহিমা।
Haridas Thakur told him, there is no limit to your good fortune. No one can understand the glories of what you have described.
Rūpa Gosvāmī was describing the continental pastimes of what Kṛṣṇa had written down.
So you see, Rūpa Gosvāmī was describing the confidential pastimes of Lord Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan.
Understanding these pastimes is very great fortune.
Understanding these pastimes is very great fortune.
And he was explaining it very eloquently.
And he was explaining it very eloquently.
Jayapatākā was explaining how he had such good fortune.
So Haridas Thakur was explaining how he had such good fortune. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.211.
শ্রীরূপ কর্তৃক দৈন্য জ্ঞাপন, আপনাকে যন্ত্রী প্রভুর যন্ত্র জ্ঞান। শ্রীরূপ কহেন আমি কিছুই না জানি, যেই মহাপ্রভু কহান সেই কহিবানি।
Śrī Rūpa Gosvāmī said, I do not know anything. The only transcendental words I can utter are those which Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu makes me to speak. Purport by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupada, the poet or writer dealing with transcendental subject matter is not an ordinary writer or translator. Because he is empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whatever he writes becomes very effective. The principle of being empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is essential. A materialistic poet who describes in his poetry the material activities of men and women cannot describe the transcendental pastimes of the Lord or the transcendental conclusions of devotional service. Śrīla Sanatana Goswami has therefore warned all neophyte devotees that one should not hear from the mouth of non-Vaishnava. One should not hear anything about Kṛṣṇa from a non-Vaishnava. Milk touched by the lips of a serpent has poisonous effects. Similarly, talks about Kṛṣṇa given by a non-Vaishnava are also poisonous. Unless one is fully unalloyed devotee of the Lord, one should not try to describe pastimes of Kṛṣṇa in poetry, for it will be only mundane. There are many descriptions of Kṛṣṇa's Bhagavad Gita written by persons whose consciousness is mundane and who are not qualified by pure devotion. Although they attempt to write transcendental literature, me. They could not fully engage even a single devotee in Krishna's service. Such literature is mundane and therefore, as warned by Śrī Sanatana Gosvāmī, one should not touch it.
So Srila Prabhupada has translated and commented on Bhagavad Gita and so many books.
So Srila Prabhupada has translated and commented on Bhagavad Gita and so many books.
And these have made so many thousands and hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of devotees.
And this had made hundreds and thousands, maybe millions of devotees.
Because pure devotee is writing these.
Because pure devotee is writing this.
So one should be writing not for name and fame, but to please Guru Gauranga.
One should not be writing for name and fame, but to please Guru and Gauranga. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.212.
ভক্তি রসামৃত সিন্ধু 1:1-2
হৃদি यस्य प्रेरणाय प्रवर्तितोऽहं वरकरूपोऽपि तस्य हरे पदकमलं वन्दे चैतन्यदेवस्य. Although I am the lowest of men and have no knowledge, the Lord has mercifully bestowed upon me the inspiration to write transcendental literature about devotional service. Therefore, I offer my obeisances at the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has given me the chance to write these books. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. This verse is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.2.
It shows the humble attitude of Rūpa Gosvāmī.
So this shows the humble attitude of Rūpa Gosvāmī.
He was directly empowered by Lord Chaitanya.
He was directly empowered by Lord Chaitanya.
And one may be empowered by Lord Chaitanya or by the Acharya in the specific succession.
One may be empowered by Lord Chaitanya or by the Acharya in the disciplic succession.
But if you're very careful not to write anything which is not authorized by the previous acharyas.
So we should be very careful not to write anything which is not being authorized by the previous acharyas. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.213.
শ্রীরূপ ও হরিদাসের কৃষ্ণ কথা আলাপ। এই মতো দুইজন কৃষ্ণ কথা রঙ্গে সুখে কাল গোয়াই রূপ হরিদাস সঙ্গে।
In this way, Srila Rūpa Gosvāmī passed his time in close association with Haridas Thakur by discussing the pastimes of Lord Kṛṣṇa in great happiness.
This is called Ishtagoshti.
This is called Ishtagoshti.
Devotees discuss the pastimes and qualities of Kṛṣṇa.
Where the devotees discuss about the pastimes and qualities of Kṛṣṇa.
And therefore they are fully blissful.
Therefore they are fully blissful. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.214.
চতুর্মাসান্তে গৌড়াগত ভক্তগণের গৌড়ে প্রত্যাবর্তন। 4 মাস রহি সব প্রভুর ভক্তগণ, গোসাই বিদায় দিলা গৌড়ে কইলা গমন।
All the devotees of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu thus spent 4 months with him. Then the Lord bade them farewell, and they returned to Bengal.
In the rainy season, which lasts for 4 months,
In the rainy season, which lasts for 4 months,
since there are no paved roads, all the roads and highways are muddy.
since there is no paved roads, all the roads and highways are muddy.
They stayed the 4 months of the rainy season with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So they stayed in the 4 months of rainy season with Lord Chaitanya
Then
Mahaprabhu.
they walked back to Bengal.
Then they walked back to Bengal. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.215.
দোলযাত্রা পর্যন্ত শ্রীরূপের প্রভুপদে অবস্থান। শ্রীরূপ প্রভুপদে নীলাদ্রি রহিলা, দোলযাত্রা প্রভু সঙ্গে আনন্দে দেখিলা।
Srila Rūpa Gosvāmī, however, stayed at the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, and when Dol Yatra festival took place, he saw it in great happiness with the Lord.
Lord Chaitanya appeared at the Dol Yatra.
So Lord Chaitanya appeared at the Dol Yatra.
At that time, the various festivals offered to Lord Kṛṣṇa.
So at that time, various festivals was offered to Lord Kṛṣṇa.
So Srila Rūpa Gosvāmī saw those in association with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So Rūpa Gosvāmī saw those in association with Lord Chaitanya
At
Mahaprabhu.
present time in ISKCON, we observe the Gaur Purnima,
In present time in ISKCON, we observe the Gaur Purnima,
the Chaldas in the Holiness Purnima in
which,
March.
which happens in the Falgun Purnima in March. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.216.
শ্রীরূপে প্রভুর শক্তি সঞ্চার। দোল অনন্তরে প্রভু রূপে বিদায় দিলা, অনেক প্রসাদ করি শক্তি সঞ্চারিলা।
After the Dol Yatra festival ended, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu bade farewell to Rūpa Gosvāmī also. The Lord empowered him and bestowed upon him all kinds of mercy.
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed his mercy on Rūpa Gosvāmī,
So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed his mercy on Rūpa Gosvāmī
that he could carry out his instructions.
so that he could carry out his instructions. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.217.
বৃন্দাবনে গমনপূর্বক সনাতনকে পুরী প্রেরণে আজ্ঞা। বৃন্দাবনে যাহ তুমি রহিও বৃন্দাবনে, একবার ইহা পাঠাইও সনাতনে।
Now go to Vrindavan and stay there. The Lord said, you may send here your elder brother Sanatan.
Rūpa Gosvāmī received the instruction to stay in Vrindavan,
So Rūpa Gosvāmī received instructions to stay in Vrindavan,
that he could send Sanatan to Nilachal one time.
but he could send Sanatan to Nilachal one time.
So, in this way, Lord Chaitanya was personally overseeing all the activities of the dedicated devotees.
So in this way, Lord Chaitanya was personally overseeing all the activities of his dedicated devotees. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.218.
বৃন্দাবনে চতুর্বিধ সেবা কার্যভার প্রদান। 1. ভক্তি রসশাস্ত্র রচন। 2. লুপ্ত তীর্থ উদ্ধার। 3. শিবিগ্রহ ও মন্দিরে সেবা সংস্থাপন। ও 4. অপাকৃত ভক্তি রস প্রচার। ব্রজে যাই রসশাস্ত্র করিহ নিরূপণ, লুপ্ত তীর্থ সব তাহা করিহ প্রচারণ।
When you go to Vrindavan, stay there, preach transcendental literature, and excavate the lost holy places. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.219.
কৃষ্ণ সেবা রস ভক্তি করিহ প্রচার আমিও দেখিতে তাহা যাইমু একবার
Establish the service of Lord Krishna and preach the mellows of Lord Krishna's devotional service. I shall also go to Vrindavan once more.
Lord Chaitanya gave Rūpa Gosvāmī instructions on what activities he should perform.
So Lord Chaitanya gave instructions to Rūpa Gosvāmī on what activities he should perform in Vrindavan.
So, in this way, today we have all the holy places. We have transcendental literatures written by Rūpa Gosvāmī.
So today we have all the holy places and we have the literatures written by Rūpa Gosvāmī. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.220.
প্রভুর আলিঙ্গন শ্রীরূপের প্রণাম এত বলি প্রভু তারে কইলায় আলিঙ্গন রূপ গোসাই শিরে ধরে প্রভুর চরণ
Having thus spoken, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu embraced Rūpa Gosvāmī, who then placed the lotus feet of the Lord upon his head.
We can see how Lord Chaitanya was so affectionate
So we can see how Lord Chaitanya was so affectionate
to his devotees. Rūpa Gosvāmī took the dust from Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet
Rūpa
on
Gosvāmī.
his head.
So we can see how Rūpa Gosvāmī took the dust from Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet on his head.
So this way, the transcendental exchange of spiritual love
So in this way, transcendental exchange of spiritual love
was complete.
Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.221.
গৌড়দেশে হইয়া শ্রীরূপের ব্রজে আগমন প্রভুর ভক্তগণ পাশে বিদায় লইলা পুনরপি গৌড়পথে বৃন্দাবনে আইলা
Srila Rūpa Gosvāmī took leave of all the devotees of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu and returned to Vrindavan by the path through Bengal. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.222.
প্রভু রূপ মিলন সংবাদ শ্রবণে অচৈতন্য জীবের চৈতন্য পদপ্রাপ্তি এই তো কইলা পুন রূপের মিলন ইহা যেই শুনে পায় চৈতন্য চরণ
Thus I have described the second meeting of Rūpa Gosvāmī and Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Anyone who hears of this incident will certainly attain shelter at the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu.
This is the greatest mercy.
So this is the greatest mercy,
To receive the shelter at the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu.
to receive the shelter at the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu.
So, really by hearing these pastimes, one can get the shelter of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet.
Only by hearing these pastimes, one can get shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahāprabhu.
It's a very confidential meeting of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees,
This very confidential meeting of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees
with Rūpa Gosvāmī,
with Rūpa Gosvāmī,
and the instructions of Lord Chaitanya for Rūpa Sanatana
and the instructions of Lord Chaitanya to Rūpa and Sanatan
to perform
in Vrindavan. Thus ends the chapter entitled Phalashruti, the result of hearing about second meeting of Rūpa Gosvāmī and Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu under the section Srila Rūpa Gosvāmī's second meeting with the Lord. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine grace. What is the perfect mood of studying scriptures? Many times I just read scriptures for my duty. How to relish the real nectar of the scriptures? From a spiritual daughter, Priyambada Gorangi Devi Dasi, Bangla page. It's a Bengali question, Guru Maharaj. If you want, you can answer in Bengali. English also. Okay, English.
Praise to the Lord before reading,
Pray to the Lord before the reading,
that you can go deep into the nectar.
that you can go deep into the nectar. Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my respectful obeisances. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, question. Vaishnav Ninda is so subtle that when sometimes people blaspheme us, we are unable to stop our minds to think the same way about them as well. Vaishnav Ninda is so subtle that when sometimes people blaspheme us, we are unable to stop our minds to think the same way about them as well, even though we don't want to do. What should we do then? Is it an offense to a Vaishnava then? Your insignificant, aspiring daughter.
What's the name?
What's the name? Anushka.
You see, if someone insults you
You see, if someone insults you,
as a Vaishnava, and you don't take it seriously because you don't consider yourself a Vaishnava.
if someone who insults you is a Vaishnava, then you don't consider it seriously because you don't consider yourself as a Vaishnava.
We can't consider ourselves as a Vaishnava. We're just aspiring to be a Vaishnava.
We don't consider ourselves to be a Vaishnava, we are just aspiring to be a Vaishnava.
So if they have something critical to say,
If they have something critical to say,
we like to hear it
we like to hear it
and try to amend our activities accordingly.
and try to amend our activities accordingly. Next, Anandini Sita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept our most respectful obeisances unto your divine lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Deviated during chanting day by day and mind getting drowned in various sinful activities. Please suggest Guru Maharaj, how shall I overcome these circumstances? Your insignificant daughter Anandini Sita Devi Dasi from Asansol, I think so.
Mind is thinking about sinful activities.
Yeah, during japa. Day by day, it's getting drowned.
I mean, we should try to take our mind off sinful activities
So we should try to take our mind off from the sinful activities
and think of Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa or his devotees.
or think of the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa or his devotees.
And as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said,
So, and as Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said,
he should beat our mind with the shoes in the morning and brooms in the evening.
so we should beat our mind with shoes in the morning and with the broom in the evening. Okay.
They should let the mind know who's boss.
So we should let the mind know who
Who's boss?
is boss. Sorry, good.
Atma is the boss of the servant.
Atma is the boss.
And meant to serve Kṛṣṇa, and the mind is meant to assist us.
We are meant to serve Kṛṣṇa and the mind is supposed to assist us. Meant for assisting us. Okay, next is Kavya Patel. Question. There are many devotees who doesn't have ISKCON temple in their place. What should they do? It's very difficult to practice bhakti without association of devotees. Please bless me to have good association and please bless me to serve your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj. Hari Bol. Happy Guru Purnima.
That's why we established CDM,
So that's why we have established the CDM,
the Congregational Development Ministry,
the Congregational Development Ministry,
so that we can have Namhats and Bhakti Kṛṣṇa groups,
so that we can have Namahattas and Bhakti Vriksha groups,
etc.
etc.
in every town and village.
in every town and village. Okay, next. From K. Rani, question. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine grace. Once, in a past time, you mentioned that Sachi Mata's motherly affection was spiritual because she was attached to the Lord. Then, why did Mahaprabhu still say she was in Maya? Why did Mahaprabhu say that she was in Maya? Wasn't she in Vatsalya Bhav? Please kindly enlighten us.
I don't remember where it says that.
I don't remember where it says that.
So, the other question on today's verse, that's fresh. If you have some questions,
If you have a question on today's verse that's fresh,
if you have a very old question, then it'd be good to show the quotation where.
so if you have something, an old question, then it's good to show the quotation. Where? So one more question from the Bangla page. Just 1 minute. Your Guru Maharaj said, Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. In today's chapter, it was mentioned that Srila Rūpa Gosvāmī went to Vrindavan via Bengal. But Nilachal is next to Vrindavan. Why then Rūpa Gosvāmī went to Vrindavan from Nilachal via Bengal? Bengal is in the opposite direction towards Vrindavan from Nilachal. Jagat Prana Vasudev Das.
What was that?
Jagat Prana Vasudev Das.
I love you. Know your geography right well.
I don't know whether you
Know your
geography well.
So from Bengal to Vrindavan, you have to go. If you go by the Ganges, it goes to the Ganges merges in the Bay of Bengal.
It's a long sentence.
Huh?
It was quite long, I couldn't get it. It was quite long, I couldn't get it.
Anyway, Orissa is south of Bengal.
Anyways, Orissa was south of Bengal.
And Vrindavan is northwest of Bengal.
Vrindavan is northwest of Bengal.
So you have to either go via Bengal
You have to either go via Bengal
or via Jharkhand.
or via Jharkhand. Okay. She's saying he's from Bangladesh, so he didn't know. Okay. So, Guru Maharaj, this is the last question. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please.
Hare Krishna!
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances at your lotus feet.
Accepted.
Wow. Question. When we remove unwanted plant from our garden, is it a sinful act?
Regarding the devotional creeper,
Are you cutting a devotional creeper?
or you're talking about your mundane garden.
Or is it regarding a mundane garden? Is it regarding a devotional creeper or is it regarding a mundane garden?
Anyway, an interesting question.
Anyway, it's an interesting question.
Regarding our mundane garden,
Regarding the mundane garden,
taking the weeds out,
taking the weeds
It's
out.
part of farming.
It's a part of farming.
And so I cut to alter all the vegetables, grains, etc. to Kṛṣṇa.
Offer all your vegetables, grains, etc. to Kṛṣṇa.
So, by Krishna's mercy, you don't get any karma.
By Krishna's mercy, you won't get any karma.
If you don't offer Krishna,
If you don't offer it to
if
Krishna,
you're a Jain,
if you are a Jain,
then when you plant a seed in the ground,
when you plant the seed in the ground,
you may cut a worm.
you might cut a worm.
Then, so there, they don't eat roots.
There they don't eat roots.
Well, I don't know how you can. Any plant you have to somehow put them in the ground.
Any plant, you have to somehow put them in the ground.
So this thing being part of the Jayapatākas to come up.
So this is a part of the Agyata Paps which comes up.
The way to get out of that is the way we get out of that
The way to get out of that is
by offering your end products to Kṛṣṇa.
by offering your grain products to Krishna.
There's a special Tithi of His Holiness Bhakti Swami,
So today is a special Tirabhav Tithi of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami,
and also the Tithi of Sanatana Goswami,
and also the Tirabhav Tithi of Sanatan Goswami,
and the Abhirbhav Tithi of Vyasdev,
and the Abhirbhav Tithi of Vyasdev,
and also the Sacred Guru Purnima.
and also the sacred Guru Purnima.
I'd like to send my best wishes to all of you.
So I would like to send my best wishes to all of you.
Kṛṣṇa Madhyastu.
Krishner Matirastu.
Today I inaugurated the Ocean of Mercy by Bhakti Swami, translated to Tamil.
So today I inaugurated Ocean of Mercy by Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, translated into Tamil.
Due to the manufacturers of the Namhat, I was delayed. I was not able to attend the Bhakti glorification.
Due to the initiations in the Namhata, I was delayed and I was not able to attend the glorification of Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj.
And this afternoon we had the GBC meeting.
And in this afternoon, we had the GBC meetings.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.